frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Hello and welcome again to the show. My name is Mimi T and today again we have ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, and today we'd like to review the very famous Coco.
That's right. This is the perfume named after very famous founder of Chanel, Coco Chanel.
Yes, indeed.
And this is one of my favorite scents.
I can see the bottle's almost empty. So tell me a little bit about this Coco Chanel in comparison to the other Chanels. Why does it stand out?
It's a very in my opinion, Chanel 5 is the classic that is eternally tied
Absolutely.
to Chanel.
There's nothing in comparison.
But Coco has a sophistication and a charm to it.
Okay.
That Chanel 5 says powerful 35-plus-year-old woman, 35-year-old plus woman with a Birkin and a Mercedes-Benz.
As we discussed in the previous video.
This is, now we're going to test it. We're testing this with Mimi here. So this is a splash. So we're going to put a little drop. Where can we'll put it somewhere. Yeah, this one here. So just a little splash. So when you're testing these perfumes, put a bit on and give it a bit of air. Just it's like a wine. You just don't gargle it. You want to let it air a bit. And it's one of my favorites.
This brings back my mother actually wears Coco.
Yes.
And I can smell her on my arm right now. This is just amazing.
And in my opinion,
it's a bit sweeter.
Chanel 5 is very flowery, which is a classic, but Coco is just an edge of sophistication.
Yeah.
It's a very sophisticated.
Oh my goodness.
Sophisticated smell.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's
beautiful.
Quality.
So tell me a story about them. How did they come about? And
well, you know, these Coco Chanel herself there was very much. She was very much anti-establishment.
Right.
Okay, because what she did, which was so revolutionary, she didn't just copy everyone else. She had her own individual style. And what I love about Coco Chanel is that she didn't listen to what other people said. She did what she thought was amazing.
Wow.
And the whole thing is, perfume bottles in the 1920s for rich people were ornate, flowery type things. She said, no. She got a very simple, a pharmacist's beaker. This is what drugs in a pharmacy would come for. And she designed her bottle in a pharmacy. She just thought that as a beautiful. Everyone at the time said, "Oh, why would you do that?" But it's become such a classic.
Absolutely.
So Coco herself was She was an incredibly advanced woman. She was also quite a complicated woman.
Right.
Okay, there is some nasty side to Coco Chanel. She'd smoke continuously. Yes. She had quite a few lovers, but it's very independent. Didn't want to be controlled by a man.
Yes.
So far.
Good on her.
Ahead of her time.
Yes.
And the nasty side to Coco was that she came from a very poor type of upbringing. She was actually a dancer in burlesque. How would you say, like a hostess type bar?
Right.
Entertaining gentlemen, you could say that. But incredible businesswoman, incredible. And the bad side is that when World War II, she was in France.
Right.
The French got taken over by the Nazis. So she very easily aligned herself to the Nazis.
Okay.
And kind of stiffed her Jewish business partners because it was good for business.
Wow. Okay.
It's kind of, she was very, well, I mean,
controversial.
Wow, she's just very ambitious. She didn't let politics get in the way of her business empire, her career, and it's very tough to be a woman in business. I mean, this is a very male-dominated industry, and fashion is extremely competitive. It's a very vicious industry.
Well, okay, let me ask you, so in terms of with the Coco Chanel, how was that, did that come about before the number 5? Or was that after? Is it more modern?
The number 5 was very an early piece there. The Coco itself there, the Coco itself was a much later fragrance. And it was more of a tribute to her. So she had already had huge success from Chanel 5. She had backers that, I mean, it's like this now. It's like inventing Coca-Cola. The guy who invented Coca-Cola, who was a chemist, sold it very cheaply. He said, what a stupid thing. But it was very hard to make a commercial success of these things. So Coco's a much later fragrance, and it's the smell itself there has got a lot of sophistication to it. So she already had the success of Chanel 5, and it's a very legendary. It's become a very legendary fragrance. It's one of the key fragrances there.
It's just absolutely incredible. My entire arm smells just beautiful. I feel like I'm walking through the airport right now. And look, once again, guys, thank you very much for joining the show. So we've just spoken about Coco Chanel and a bit of stories behind that fragrance and why it's come about and become so popular even to this day. So thank you again, Archie, for joining the show. I'm Mimi T. I'll see you guys next time.
Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me.
I'm about to go Goku. Leave on my head is red like old news. Yeah, trying to get the green like it's Whole Foods. Couldn't take my style and now you so blue. Yeah, now we don't even know you. Your hometown we don't need go to. Trying to get it worldwide global. Looking like I can show you. The killing this is go-to. Skrilla, the whole man killer. Life so free, can't no man kill 'em. Came from the bottom, was a broke man girl. Still move like 10 man with no found rhythm. Boom, pardon me, I get hectic. I survive through the wreckage. You should go look for the exit. New sheriff in town, I get a little reckless. Missed the memo, go check the message. I ain't then came back for seconds. I ain't seen your fake little necklace. Lifestyle decrepit.